What's good, YouTube? Boy, Torie Sama. We got Prime Larry Bird. What happened to the game I love? So last time we watched the video, we watched the Prime Larry Bird videos on the channel. I forgot what the name was, but I liked it. So we're gonna keep on with this Prime Larry Bird series and Larry Bird stories because y'all like it, I like it. So we're gonna watch it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, comment down below, like the video. I hope you have a good day. Let's get right into this video.
The 2024 NBA All-Star Game, Larry Bird gave a pep talk to the players to give maximum effort.
The one thing I would really like to see is they play hard tonight in this All-Star game.
And this is how they responded.
In last year's All-Star game, Larry Bird walked into the locker room and talked to the players. And then one of the superstars, who will remain nameless, but everybody can surmise who that was, gave a side eye to those guys while they were talking. And then the players went out there and let 400 points be scored.
Clyde, Clippers a wheel. Halliburton gives them what they came for. Flip that board. 200.
I think the All-Star game in general needs a little revamping because it used to be competitive. You know, fans want to see the best pickup game in the world.
Yeah.
That's what this is. They don't want to see you running up and down and dunking and doing all this crazy. Like, they want to see what happens when you get this collection of best basketball players on the planet and they play and they go head up against each other.
Man.
I mean, you guys play harder at a pickup game in UCLA.
For real.
And ain't
do.
billions of people watching.
For real. Definitely do.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely do.
Which is why the next year, Larry Bird didn't even bother to show up. He was disgusted because today's players just don't seem to care.
Yeah.
The All-Star game, he's disgusted. He was invited last year, you know. And,
He wouldn't go.
He thought it's a joke, and it is a joke, and it's awful. And I blame these players. They don't have any sense of personal pride. I don't understand it. They gave us 211 to 186 last year. That's disgraceful. It's embarrassment to me. I mean, they should be embarrassed.
They've got to do something with this All-Star weekend.
Oh, man, we talked about that.
This is the first time in history I didn't watch the entire weekend.
Wow.
I didn't go, didn't watch because you don't have to give 100%, but you got to give 80. You got to give 75. Make it a game and make it competitive.
So I went to Larry, and I said, Larry, what was your attitude toward All-Star games? I wanted to win, quote unquote. I wanted to win. We played competitive games. No, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but you played basketball, and you wanted to win. Gee, how elementary is that?
Bird trying to save it, and here come to the east. The Doc in open court. Cheeks, goaltending charge against David Thompson. And Larry Bird picking up where he left off.
And when guys stop doing that and participating, Michael Jordan was in the slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
Dr. J, Dominique Wilkins, Clyde Drexler.
Bird three-pointers.
Yes. That made everybody tune in. And then made players want to watch too. The guys got to play.
They got to play. They got to play. We took pride in playing.
Yes.
82 games. Like, I wanted to.
Yes.
Toe hurting, knee, ear, finger. Like, I still want to be. I'm out there.
And here the ovation as he comes hopping out of the tunnel. This is the sight that the Celtic fans want to see. Score returns. Rondo to Pierce. Pierce for three. Bang!
Chicken.
Celtics back up by one. To reject it. Rondo back to Pierce. Another three. Puts it in. Back-to-back three-pointers for Paul Pierce.
Bro, real shit, it was totally different. It wasn't no, you was out 2-3 games, man. Your teammates, hey, bro, what you doing tonight? You going? Nah, I can't go, man. My toenail off, man. I can't. Nah, bro, you can't even come in here and lead no niggas like that. You hear me? So you had to strap it up and you had to get out here. You had to dive on the floor. You had to get in the rumble. Yeah.
Right.
Real shit. You had, man, it was men leading men.
I love the NBA game, but then I turn on to a game, right? The stars are not playing. It's hurting the game. And fans see it, and fans are reacting to low management. They don't get to see their stars. One game I tuned into just a couple weeks ago, both stars were out on both teams. That made the game ragged.
If you get paid to go to work, you got to go to work. You know, I probably should have retired in 88, 89.
He had lost the structural stability in his spine, so it would slip into abnormal positions to try and lock itself to get an artificial stability. That's like getting your finger stuck in a door and somebody's still pushing on the door. So what we had to do was unlock his spine, realign it, do techniques that would hold that for 4 hours, 6 hours, that type of thing, and then he'd go play basketball.
Every time I would play, I was wondering if I was going to be in a wheelchair. Was I ever going to be able to, walk on the beach or hold my kids? But it's that competition. Maybe one more chance, me and Magic get together in the finals.
The Bird versus Magic rivalries of the 80s have completely disappeared in today's NBA, and that drama is what made the casual fan tune in. But now, whether it's players versus the fans,
we got a fan that's got a little unruly, and LeBron is pointing it out to the officials. And what they're going to do is they're going to put them out.
versus the media,
freaking badass. We gotta show the boy.
versus
I would say this too though, like I know for every situation where somebody like doesn't have that much money and they want to see a favorite player play, they go buy a game ticket, and if you go to that game your favorite player isn't playing, bro, you're gonna be mad. Especially if your favorite player is low managing, bro. Like I remember watching a reaction video of somebody and they went to go see LeBron, right? Big LeBron fan. And he was low managing. Dude came on the video and was crying because he bought a ticket and LeBron wasn't playing, but it was a little bit over exaggerated. But at the same time, I understand where he's coming from, though. You spend your hard-earned money on the ticket, and then your favorite player is not playing because of low managing.
this is the refs.
Now, Fred VanVleet was just thrown out of the game.
Freddie's got to be careful. Hopefully he didn't make contact with the referee.
Yeah, it's not good.
Or even versus the ownership.
Throughout this game as Doncic rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench.
Yeah, I like Luka though, bruh. I like Luka.
Today's NBA is losing viewership because it's gotten away from what made the NBA great in the first place, which is when players had actual rivalries with other players.
What's happened to the rivalries in today's game? I mean,
they don't hate each other. I hated Larry and every Celtic.
When Magic Johnson talk about that hatred, that's what we love to see. That doesn't happen because everybody mingling with one another.
Now everybody's shaking each other's hand. Everybody like each other, won't go at each other like really hard.
And their attitude, as long as we give you that 48 minutes on the court, we good. And in the end, we don't really care because we got our paper, but it's hurt the game.
That's what happened to the All-Star game, see? We hated the East.
Right.
I'm coming to bust you.
Right.
Michael, Isaiah, Dr. J. You can't have one over me. See, I'm coming to get that. Now,
okay,
see,
Magic, this is what I
let
said.
them score 200 to 200. What is that?
But if the players don't care, then why should the fans care?
It's a reason why the number of viewerships are going down, and these guys better wake up and say, hey, man, we got to change this.
We wanted to play in every game. Yeah. Now, I don't want to be in the slam dunk. I don't want to be at the All-Star weekend. Guys talking about they don't want to be the face of the league. It's crazy now. And we've never seen that ever before in the history of the NBA.
Well, for me, I think the integrity of the game is gone. As the identity for the league as a whole, it don't have that tough, every night I'm going to watch these guys, they going to compete and try to kill each other to win. All that in the whole is really the reason why I think the viewership is down.
The thing that I the most dislike about today's game, if a team is getting beat by 25 points and you've got your star players sitting over there laughing on the sideline, if I was the executive running that team, that person would be in my office the next day. And I want to know what's so damn funny. This is serious. I don't like that at all. I think it shows a disrespect for the game.
However, the players do care about one thing, which is another reason why the game is losing its core audience: politics.
Kobe Bryant and nearly every other Los Angeles Laker donned a T-shirt bearing the phrase, "I can't breathe." That's a reference to Garner's last words.
Justice for Breonna Taylor that's going to be my answer for everything. So
we are calling for justice for Jacob Blake
and demand the officers be held accountable.
The training has to change in the police force. The unions have to be taken down in the police force.
Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, when are we going to do something? They want to hold on to their own power. It's pathetic. I've had enough.
Hall of Fame basketball coach Phil Jackson, who coached greats like Michael Jordan, Shaq, and Kobe Bryant, isn't watching much basketball these days. Why? Because the NBA is too political.
They did something that was kind of wanky. They did a bubble down in Orlando. They even had slogans on the floor, on the baseline. It was trying to cater to an audience or trying to bring a certain audience into play. And they didn't know it was turning other people off. People want to see sports as non-political.
I like politics, I'm engaged, and I like sports. Show me the study where fans...
And the crazy thing about this was, it was all a money pool. Like, when you look into the whole thing, bro, it was literally just a money pool.
and consumers are demanding they're together. Like, I love tuna fish. I have a sandwich every day, and I love ice cream. I don't like tuna fish ice cream.
From politics, the game itself has overall just gotten soft.
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step back.
Nah.
You hear what I'm saying to you? You couldn't get to a triple step back, and it was so fucking hard. It was too physical.
When you don't believe what it was like in the 70s and 80s, will you please watch the documentary on the Detroit bad guys? And nobody got thrown out of those games. And you saw guys flying into the stand. Mike, you were there. Come on. I mean, it was a joke. I mean, today you would, on one hit, you'd be suspended for a month here, okay? And that's why it's hysterical when these guys are bitching about going to the rim. They don't know what it was like to go to the rim in the 70s and 80s, because you might not get up again.
Bro, they was coming to the lane, bro. You might get your nose broke trying to dunk. You understand? Dwayne Wade broke Cole's nose in the All-Star game. Man, bro, it's just different. It was very different back then, bro.
And then you had to take all of those hits like Jordan and the Gervins and all of the guys that were the big, and Magic and Bird and all these guys. Come on.
If you watch the NBA, it has changed so much over the years. It's about entertainment. Dan, the rules are so relaxed, okay? They are just so relaxed. I think it's easier to score now than it's ever been in the history of basketball.
Today, we've got a green light for these guards and small forwards to get to the rim now, and you have to play them perfectly without the hand contact or the forearm.
The way they play defense today, where you can't hand check, you can't contest shots, you got to come on the side. I think Larry Legend could have averaged 30, 35, the way he was able to shoot threes.
Well, he averaged 30 a couple of times, so add in the 3 and these rules, then he probably 35, 36 a game.
I lost the scoring title to Kobe the year he averaged 35. I averaged 33. And if I was to play in this era where it's wide open, if I can average 33 in a season, I'm going to just take it up to 43. I know 10 points more.
I'm a little biased. I was a defensive-oriented player, and with the way the game is being called today, it would have limited me on my aggressiveness because they've taken away the physicality of the game.
David Stern did a great job of taking all of the physicality out of the game.
And with no animosity and no physicality, the game is just kind of boring.
I think the physicality has been taken out of the game, and to me that's boring. I don't think that makes for a great product.
Not to mention all of the flopping.
He bruised his ribs in game 2, landed hard there. Just a whisker. Draymond. He's going to get called on him, and he's going to foul out. Nope, check that. Hartford is applauding. He get called on him.
Both of y'all flop, bro, at the same time. Who ref gonna call it on then? Y'all funny.
Foul out. Nope, check that. Hartford is applauding the acting.
Wow.
Send that technical on Carroll.
That's the third time today, Dell, that the Hornets have fouled a three-point.
That is actually crazy, though.
It's clearly away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
That better not get a call foul. They had to do
Let's
that.
watch LaFlop James here in this marquee game. Play the clip.
Contact with James and the foul called.
James here, look after the play. It's a little bit of a wing.
LaFlop is a bad look. Flopping around, trying to draw fouls, trying to cheat the game, basically. There's no honor to the way LeBron James competes. Basketball, it looks a lot like soccer, a very finesse, soft game of soccer, where they flop around and do all that. And LeBron and Luka Doncic are two of the leaders of this.
If I go to another game and you don't call a foul, these players go berserk now, as if it's a rite of passage to go to the basket and look for a foul. They're not even going to the basket to score. They're just going to the basket to get fouled.
And they know it makes me kind of mad, bro. I be watching that. I see them drive to the basket, they don't get the foul, and then they complain to the ref and sit there. And then their whole team was on the other side, and it's a 5-on-4. I don't understand that, bro. Because when I was playing, bro, at high school or whatever, and in college here and there, like, I wasn't a crazy scorer, but I played defense, bro. Like, I was good at scoring more in high school, but I got to college, and people better at scoring than me. So I was more playing defense, and it'll make me the most mad thing ever is when somebody on my team will take a shot, air ball or miss, and then they'll sit and complain, bro. And I'm out here getting back on defense for you. I hate that.
It's pathetic. I mean, for me to watch this game the way I was taught how to play the game and to watch this and what they allow to let go, it's an embarrassment. I'm sorry, it is. It's an incredible game. The athletes are incredible. What they can do is incredible. But they're getting away with murder. If you're going to allow them to get away with it, hell, of course I'll keep doing it. And I blame the officials.
Unfortunately, everyone's doing it, and it's probably not going to go back to the way it used to be because it's a copycat league. And if something works, they're going to run that strategy into the ground. Which brings me to my last point. Everyone plays the exact same way. There's literally no creativity left in the game because everyone shoots too many threes.
All 30 teams play the same exact way. How? What they all got in one big room and all came to the conclusion this is the way to play? Everyone runs a 5-out offense. Everyone shoots 50 threes a night. And whoever makes the most threes, more times than not, wins the game now. There's no more creativity. There's no more imagination. We have basically robots running up and down the court. You run to the three-point line, I run to the three-point line.
What makes basketball a beautiful game is you watch two different styles of play clash, and they're being creative. When you put analytics into it, that puts them as the same guy. You know, if they're both going to shoot 10 to 15 threes a night, where is that creativity? When does that shine?
It's more fun for me to go watch a pickup game than to watch the NBA right now because no one plays the same exact way in the pickup game. But when you watch an NBA game, everyone plays the same exact way. It's just a program now. Like the defense is up on you, but you're still trying to shoot a three. The defense drops off of you, you're still trying to shoot a three. Well, they're dropping off of you because probably you can't shoot.
You have guys standing out there heaving up threes that's really not three-point shooters.
Everybody is so enamored with the three-point shot. So the kids, they don't want 2 points. They don't want to work with their back to the basket. That's not cool. They want to go out there in the stratosphere and shoot three-pointers. And they don't get to realize that if you get close to the basket, a lot more of your shots will go in. They don't seem to understand that.
No. The NBA made a big mistake when everybody tried to model themselves after the Golden State Warriors. You know, Golden State Warriors had the 3 greatest shooters who ever lived. So everybody started shooting threes.
Every team shouldn't be shooting that many threes because every team don't have Steph Curry, Clay, and KD on their team. You don't have nothing close to number 1, 2, and 4, 5. You don't have that to be taking the same many shots as them.
You got guys coming down, chucking up a 3, 4 or 5 seconds into the shot clocks. I would say that's why the viewing is down. It's too much of the All-Star game feeling because it's just an up and down game where we shooting a bunch of three-pointers.
Bro, 20 years ago? Nah, nobody in this era could have played 25 years ago. We said that. And all the skill that everybody got actually was called bad shots and lack of efficiency. It was until they start fucking with all the data and saying take more threes than twos. Before then, we played ball, bro. And then y'all exhaust the ball. Y'all are dribbling the air out of the ball. Right. Y'all dribble the ball 100 times more than another nigga. Right. Catch it off the bounce. One dribble, two dribble, pull up. Let me see you do that off the bounce.
Right.
And then, too, if you was dribbling the air of the ball, bro, nigga told you straight up, hey, man.
Come on, man.
Swing it, man. What you doing?
What you doing?
5 more dribbles? You out here? Hold on, I got it.
Hey, I like KG, bro. You gotta watch some more KG interviews. I gotta watch some more KG interviews, man.
Don't miss.
You know, I like to see the balance. I like to see passing, which I think has been limited in this, inside, outside, doing both. I think it's really heavily weighted right now with the three-point shot. I think it's really heavily weighted towards scoring. They just want to see the numbers go up, and I think that's a bad strategy. But right now, I think they want guys to be able to run free, not be touched, and show their talents.
Our greatest players in the game are mid-range assassins.
Mm-hmm.
We've taken the mid-range out of the game based on numbers.
Right.
The mid-range game is being lost. There is a lack of appeal to it right now watching it. Nowadays, what you're seeing, guys pump fake and step sideways, on the three-point line, and you're making it a tougher shot than necessarily getting into the paint and getting something mid-range.
NBA personnel, executives, head coaches, analytic people, presidents of teams, general managers of teams, tell me to my face, Mo, and look at me with a straight face, and they say the following: a two-point shot is a bad shot. It's like getting to a point now, Mo, where the scale has tipped so far that I'm just like, it is what it is. So I'm going to leave that alone.
I believe it's bad.
I feel like, too, how many of these executives, actually hoop, though? I feel like a problem with it is, a lot of business owners and executives don't even play basketball. They probably just got bred and got that position. I feel like a lot of them, that's how it is, bro. These people that are, the legends that are talking to us about basketball right now, they're hoopers. I feel like there's no, hoopers in the office, if you know what I'm trying to say.
For our young kids that watch, because don't settle for threes. I hated shooting threes to start a game because you want to kind of build your rhythm into it. Get to the free throw line, make some easy layups, and then the best time to shoot a three-pointer is off of offensive rebound. And right now, it's like the first thing that players do.
In my era, I remember when I first came to Georgetown, we played Virginia.
With Ralph Sampson?
Ralph took a shot from about the top of the key right here. And I came down and took one from the free throw line, and Coach Thompson called timeout. He cursed me out. He said, son, get your butt in the paint. But now it's a different era. Bigs now, they want to shoot threes. That's the way the game has progressed.
Just because Dirk is 7 feet tall and he's a great shooter, just because Kevin Durant is 7 foot and he's a great shooter, that don't mean all you other 7-foot dummies should be out there shooting jumpers. There's a couple reasons why I think it's stupid to play like that. Because number one, you take your size advantage out the game. Guys who are physically bigger and stronger, why did I want them out on the perimeter? Because I'm not getting the other team in foul trouble if I'm shooting threes.
Every single coach at the collegiate level or the pro level, you know what the first thing they ask me, Mo? Can he shoot? If I sent you Shaquille O'Neal, would you ask that question? And nowadays, Mo, they probably would. If Shaquille O'Neal was playing in today's game, some executive would say, well, he can't shoot, so let's not play him.
Nah, that's crazy. That's facts, though.
You can't tell me that the only thing that matters in the game is someone's ability to shoot a three.
Listen, if you have a Shaquille O'Neal, a Moses Malone, Ema Charles Barkley, if you don't let us post up and get the other team in foul trouble or draw the double, you just don't know how to coach.
People are always asking me, where are the centers? And now the centers are the ones out there shooting threes, and the guards are the ones that are posting up.
See, the thing is, Giannis is probably one of the only people that is really one of the other people in the league that is not just chucking shots, though. And I feel like that's what's helping him. He is so dominant because he is consistently running to the basket, consistently putting pressure on our defense. I feel like that's what helps out Giannis' game so much, is that he consistently puts pressure on defense with that.
I am the reason
Because when you shoot threes, you don't put pressure on defense.
that big guys do not want to play in the paint anymore. Before I fell in love with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, Too Tall Jones and Mean Joe Green was my guy. So when I came to the game, the more physical I became, I just seen all the other centers do this. They just slowly keep doing that, keep doing that. And now, 15, 20 years later, you got guys shooting threes. It's cute, but at the center position, you're supposed to be the most efficient piece on the floor. Like if I didn't shoot over 70%, I was upset.
I like to see the bigs have more of a footing back in the game because, you know, you look at the big guys' field goal percentage, they're shooting, you know, the best throughout a season, maybe 60+%. And that's where a lot of times your bread's buttered. And I think we've gone away from that. And I'd like to see us get back to that.
My contention is if a big man comes in and wants to dominate, he could dominate, and easily, because we have shifted away from physicality and shifted away from all that. Teams don't know how to play anymore. Like,
I feel like that's what.
Right now, teams are switching 1 to 5. I wish Spud Webb would have switched out on me. I wish Doc Rivers would have switched out on me. So if you get another guy that comes in, it'll be like it was back in the old day. It'll be one guy that you got to change your defenses for. Then the game will start to shift back.
That's what Giannis is doing, though. Y'all see how the playoffs, how teams had to build a wall against Giannis? Like, I feel like Giannis is probably the only person that still has that mentality. I know y'all probably seen, too, when LeBron said that Giannis in the 70s scored 250 points. How do y'all feel about that? I feel like Giannis, this game is probably the only ones that translates the most to back in the day, bro, because he gets aggressive. Giannis goes to the basket. But hey, man, y'all enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Comment down below what y'all feel like is a problem with the NBA. If y'all feel like there is a problem, or comment down below what you feel like is good about the NBA. It's your boy Torie Sama, and I'm out.